Welcome back. The series is not over. The season is not over. We will have a game on Sunday, and that'll be in Tampa. So Tampa fans, get ready. It really feels like this is going to go 7, doesn't it? So Tampa Bay, they went out on the road. They did what very few teams have been able to do this season, both regular season and postseason, win in Colorado. So it was Vasilevsky versus Kemper, of course. Taves has an early rush chance that's saved, as Colorado, of course, looking to finish this tonight. Palat then had a rush chance this glove aside. Palat then has a tip that's saved. The Bolts go to the power play. 1 for 14 in the series. It doesn't get a lot better tonight, but it does get a little bit better. So Colton has a shot that's held. The Bolts cycle. Avs clear it out. Kucherov to Palat, near miss there. Hedman fires one high as the power play ends. And then after the kill, the Avs with the momentum. They've killed it off. Byram has a blast that's held. The Bolts, though, go back to the power play. So back-to-back power plays for Tampa. Perry has a shot that's held. Kucherov has one that's blocked. Then Palat to Kucherov, near miss there. A shorthanded rush by Nichushkin is saved, and then Taves fires one wide. That power play is killed off as well. Both power plays by Tampa Bay, one shot only. So, again, Tampa Bay, who've been struggling on the power play, it continues in the first period of this one. Makar then had a shot that was saved. A glove save then on Hagel from the slot. The shots are 5 apiece at the half. The Avs press. They draw themselves a power play. That leads to a shorthanded chance for Paul. He fires wide. It was a turnover that led to that. Chernak then blocks a Landeskog shot. Lehkonen misses one high. McKinnon has a blast that's saved. That's killed off. One shot. So, power plays for both. And in the end, nothing going on for either team on that one. Nichushkin has a shot that saved. Vasilevsky then holds on to a new hook chance. And then it's Jan Ruda. Jan Ruda, who went, I think they said 26 games between goals. He scores from Perry and Sergachev at 15-23. Corey Perry trying to make sure he doesn't lose in the Stanley Cup final for the 3rd straight year. It was a 94.9 mile per hour shot on a rush, but it is one that Kemper probably should have saved from a distance. He almost saves it, but doesn't. So it's one of those ones where he almost gets it with the stick and does not. It goes in. Killorn then fires one wide. The Avs rush the other way. Kucherov then had a shot that was held when Tampa gets some zone time. Nash fans on one, and the Bolts' fourth line presses. The Avs press back with 2 minutes left. McKinnon fires one wide on a break. Landeskog then has a chance that's saved. Makar in that final minute has a shot that's blocked. So after the first period, it's 1-0 Tampa. But Colorado doesn't panic when they're down. So, second period, Kadri with a wraparound, that's blocked. Cogliano has a rush chance that deflects out. McKinnon has a shot that's held, and it looks like we're looking at shut down Vasilevsky, the one that we see in elimination games, the one that's pretty darn good in elimination games because we were. The Bolts press at 3 minutes. Manson is stuck on the ice for over 2 minutes. However, the Avs tie the game. It's Nichushkin for Makar and McKinnon at 5:07. The Makar shot, just Vasilevsky saves it, had no idea where the puck was. So Nichushkin goes in and buries it. So that was after a face-off win for Colorado as well. The Avs then press for the lead, and they draw a power play. However, during the delayed penalty, JT Compher takes a penalty and then makes it 4-on-4. And then to really get the fans happy, we end up with 1 minute and 29 seconds of 4-on-3 as Makar's guilty of a trip. And it's a trip. Stick between his legs, that they're going to call that each time. So the ref's told that he sucks. Stamkos fires one wide. Kucherov has a shot that's blocked. Manson blocks 2 Stamkos shots, but Kucherov gets the power play goal. That rare power play goal for Tampa makes it 2-1 from Stamkos and Perry at 8 minutes and 10 seconds. Perry was screening in front. Kemper never saw it. Kadri then has a rush chance that's held. Fourth line for the Bolts presses again at the half. Honestly, that fourth line was fantastic tonight. There's some pushing after a hold by Kemper. Eric Johnson then with a net feed, that's blocked. Nichushkin has a shot that's saved. We get pushing after a whistle. Now the fans are upset because Vasilevsky loses his mask and they blow the whistle. But there wasn't an immediate scoring opportunity there, so that's why they blew the whistle there. So, and with all that fresh in everybody's minds, wait till you see how the game ended. Oh, I don't want to spoil it though. So, Cirelli has a net drive that's defended. Kadri fires wide on a rush. Paul can't bury one in close as the team's trade rushes. Byram has a rush chance that's kicked aside. Colton with a fast break. Makar defends that. The Avs get a power play with 3:43 left. Makar fires one wide. and then he's denied on a fast break. It's killed off. 2 shots allowed by Tampa Bay on that power play. The Bolts kill, honestly, much better tonight. It wasn't tested that much. There was only 2 power plays for Colorado, but in this final, they've been scoring on every second power play. So going 0 for 2 is surprising. So Stamkos loses the handle in the slot on an opportunity, and then Rantanen and Kucherov exchange rush chances late in the period. Sergachev breaks up a Nichushkin net drive, and then we go into the third period. Third period, the fans boo as Rantanen gets knocked down. There was no call there. Nervous first couple of minutes in this one. And then the nerves are kind of off for Colorado as Makar scores from Taves and Nichushkin at 2:31. That's a lucky bounce. Bounces out, goes in off Chernak's skate. The Avs are then looking for the lead, so they've tied it up at home. The crowd's all excited. Hagel then, though, is denied and close. The Bolts press at 4 minutes. Makar has a rush chance. That's broken up. The shots are 6-3 for Colorado 7 minutes into the period. The Bolts' fourth line presses again. I can't say enough good things about that fourth line. Belmar, Nash, and Maroon. That fourth line, the hard work they put in. They don't have any finish, but they don't need to. If you're out there against top guys for Colorado and you're keeping them at the other end of the ice, you are doing your job. And there were times, too, where John Cooper would have that fourth line go out, put that hard work in, and then immediately throw out the first line. So you've got the Avs on their heels. Now get the top guys out there to continue that kind of press. Post then for Sergachev during that pressure. Rantanen has a rush chance. That's saved. Makar fires one high on a turnover chance. Helm was denied on a net drive. 9 minutes to go. And it felt like we're in next goal wins territory. This time I wrote it on the board. It felt like next goal wins. Kucherov is a net feed that's blocked. Makar limping around, but the Avs iced the puck out, so he didn't really try to get off. It wasn't anything major. He would stay in the game, but anytime you see Makar on the limp, you've got to be a little nervous if you're an Avs fan, right? Lots of whistles, too. We were seeing a lot of stoppages as both teams were trying not to make that mistake and trying to, just get a little bit too fancy at the blue line, that kind of thing. But Palat would score from Hedman and Sergachev at 13:38. He buried it. It set up on a rush. It was a fantastic pass by Hedman. And now the Bolts have a lead on the road as they're playing what might have been one of their best road games in the entire playoffs thus far. And then Tampa Bay starts playing back now that they've got the lead. So if they got center ice, they would just dump it in, get their line change, keep their line changes quick, and just keep it in the Avs end as much as you can. There's a net feed to Landeskog. That's blocked. The Avs press with 4 minutes left. The Bolts' fourth line, though, comes out again. Another strong push, keeping the puck in the Avs end as much as they can. And then with 2:43 left, too many Avs on the ice. So Tampa Bay goes to the power play, and it felt like, so that's the game then. And I wrote that right there. So that's the game. Nichushkin went out on his own. Nobody came off for him, and then somebody else comes on. There's like 2 going on. It was a sloppy change. So, I mean, it could be just some kind of confusion, or it could be nerves, and you're wanting to get out there, and Nichushkin was out there a lot. It felt like he was getting double shifted in the third period with how much he was out there. So maybe just, all right, I'll go out there. So Hedman has a shot that's blocked, and you could tell Tampa Bay not concerned with scoring a power play goal here. This is all about taking 2 minutes off the clock, where after that power play, there'll just be 43 seconds left. The Bolts call a timeout with 1:57 left. Stamkos has a shot that's saved. There's a near miss for Kucherov. The power play's killed off. It manages 3 shots, but now we're down to 40 seconds. So the Avs get the puck out. They pull the goalie immediately, and then they get some pressure, but Makar can't hold the zone with 6.5 seconds left, and then they go offside again with 3.1 seconds left, effectively killing off the rest of the game. Tampa Bay wins the squeaker in Colorado 3-2. This series is absolutely fantastic. There is so little difference between these teams. They're so closely and tightly matched. I'm glad this series is at least going 6. If a series goes 6 or 7 games, you can't say that a team wiped out the other. That's not how that works. 4 games, yes. 5 games, sure. 6 games, not really. So the 3 stars I put up, because usually the app's slow after a Stanley Cup final game. I had Vasilevsky, Makar, and Palat. The app had them upside down. So the actual 3 stars are Palat, Makar, and Vasilevsky. The reason I gave it to Vasilevsky is because when Colorado's getting all those shots and he's preserving the lead, he played a fantastic game. This one goes in off Chernak's skate, and this one Vasilevsky just loses the puck, and it's a rebound that's buried. So I really can't find fault with this game tonight. The shots, 12-11 in favor of Colorado in the first, 14-8 in the second, and then 12-10 in the third. Final shots, 38-29 for Colorado. Power plays, 1 for 4 for Tampa, 0 for 2 for Colorado. This is a battle Tampa's been losing this whole series. Tonight they win that battle of special teams. Hits, 43-33 for Colorado. Block shots, 16-15 Colorado. Vasilevsky saves 36 out of 38. He was fantastic. And Kemper saves 26 out of 29. Getting that fourth win on Vasilevsky is really, really difficult. Now Colorado has to go to Game 6 in Tampa, the last game of the year for the Tampa Bay fans at home, and try to beat Vasilevsky for that fourth win. It is not easy. And if they don't, then Game 7 is back in Denver, and then we'd know that's the last game of the season, period. And those are always fun. I always enjoy the Game 7s, so we'll see what happens. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this game. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. And again, the last game and this game, back-to-back, these games have been some of the best hockey I've seen in the playoffs, and just absolutely fantastic. And the fact that a goalie's mask comes off, and there's a whistle, and then that a too many men on the ice call on Colorado in this game costs them any chance to tie the game. See, the hockey gods usually even things up. That's usually how it works. The hockey gods will even things up, and here we are. So now Tampa Bay goes home again, down by 1 game again, and they have a chance to tie the series. We'll see how they do. Let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And hey, thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.